Today is kind of a big day. I'm just about to leave to go pick up one of my friend's cars so that I can do some work on it. He's been going through kind of a lot recently. He lost his job, he got a new job, he got a dog, he ended a relationship, and his mom literally just got injured yesterday, which sucks. Because of that, I want to help him out a little bit, and I want to refresh his car. He's been complaining about how it's pretty dirty, but he doesn't have time to take care of it because he's taking care of his mom right now. So I'm gonna pick up his car. Not only am I gonna do an interior and exterior detail, I'm hoping to restore the paint. I want to install some LED headlights, window louvers, exhaust, and that's it. Set my alarm for 7, and naturally I didn't wake up. So it's 10:30, and I now have half the time to do 12 hours of work. So let's get going, and hopefully we can get all this done today. Okay, we made it, and there's his Camaro. I'm gonna see if there's a way I can get his keys, like swap our keys without him noticing, but I might need to ask him. I don't know. I'm gonna go up and see if I can perform Grand Theft Auto real quick, or at least quick little tradesies. So I just got his keys. He's out walking his dog right now, and his mom was very nice, let me in so I could grab them. He still doesn't know, so it's gonna be interesting when he comes back and sees a little Miata out there instead of his Camaro. Ready for that cold startup? It's like really hot, so not really a cold startup, but sounds like a vacuum cleaner. On the bright side, it is a manual, so we still get to drive a manual for the day. I feel like I look more like a Camaro driver than a Miata driver. I don't know, maybe it's the trucker hat. Ideally, I would like to have a shop vac and running water at the garage where I do all of my work, but I don't. I'm going to go to some car vacuums not too far from where I live and use those to vacuum out the interior. I'm then going to go to a self-wash and wash it there. Now that we're parked, I can show you what we're really working with. We got quite a bit of dog hair as a result of the Husky. That's kind of just what happens. We got a bunch of change. Better believe I'll be taking that. And then when we look back here, it's pretty much more of the same. More dog hair, and that's about it. Overall, it's not too dirty. It's just very hairy on the interior. If there's any spots that I need to, I'll go over with an extractor and try and get more stuff up. But from what I can see, it looks like it's just a lot of hair on the interior. The exterior, however, is pretty dirty. Brady's dog is named Arlo. And Arlo, I love you, buddy. But your hair, oh my goodness. It absolutely refuses to let go. Brady, when you're not looking, I swear your dog is weaving its hair into the fabric. I'm not entirely sure how it's this stuck, but this is a chore. That was good. Okay, so I know Joke spent an hour vacuuming, and it's looking so much better. It's not perfect. There's still quite a bit of dog hair stuck in here, but I'm hoping that the extractor will take that out, especially here in the back. That's my stuff. Don't worry about it. So yeah, we're on track for this to look really good. I think it's off to get it washed. Normally, I wouldn't use like a self-wash with one of those like foam brushes and all that. But because I haven't detailed the paint yet, I'm not too worried about it. This is entirely off topic, but as I'm driving to the car wash, I just saw a vulture dragging a squirming rat off of the road. What sort of post-apocalyptic land do we live in? I live in the city. Just made it to the car wash. Should I use some of his quarters, or should I pay for it myself? Quarters. It's now time for me to drive my Camaro to the garage. It's not mine. Maybe I'll own an American car one day. That would be cool. I have driven 3 separate manual transmission cars today, and every single time that I get in a different one, I feel like I'm gonna stall. The Miata is 30 years old, so the clutch is naturally pretty squishy. The RX-8 is unbelievably difficult to drive, and this thing sits solidly in the middle. But it's American, so it's different. We got it in the garage. It feels enormous because all of my cars are Japanese. But we're gonna go on to the first mod, which I'm really excited about. Maybe the one that I'm most excited about. I'm gonna say packaging. I'm gonna let you guys know, Brady is not really a car guy. He likes his Camaro, but he's not super picky about like name brand parts or anything like that. So we kind of went a little bit cheap on this. We got an eBay exhaust, we got some window louvers off of Amazon, and some LED headlights from AutoZone. But I think that overall it's going to change the appearance quite a bit, and I think he's really going to love it. There we go. Honestly, this stuff looks pretty decent. I wasn't expecting a whole lot from a $200 muffler delete on eBay, but it came pretty quick, and this looks really good. Those exhaust tips, honestly, are pretty nice. Not bad at all. What kind of YouTuber would I be if I didn't record a before and after for the sound? That sounds like a completely stock V6 Camaro. We've already run into one problem. It's not that bad. I can get around it. But it looks like the exhaust on this is one piece, basically, all the way through from like the beginning of the caps all the way out the tailpipe. But I have to cut it, so that's not ideal. Also, this is the only functioning vehicle I can use to drive around in at the moment, so I gotta plan this out properly. So Dad to the rescue, he offered to drop off the Sawzall for me so I can get cutting into this exhaust. But I have to get stuff done in the meantime, so I'm gonna start it on the headlights while I wait for him to show up. Maybe all of you American car guys will already know this, but this is a little bit foreign to me. This right here, not only does this plug have like a little clip thing right here that you got to push in like most of them, but it also has a little safety. This red thing here, you had to you can lock it into place by pushing it forward, and it prevents this little latch from being pushed down. So that's actually kind of cool. Entirely unnecessary, but it's pretty cool. Both LEDs are installed and they look pretty good. I had a little bit of difficulty getting the new bulbs in. There are these little gaskets here, which I assumed were just to prevent moisture from getting in the back of the headlight, but they won't fit with these. So I had to take them off. They still have a pretty good seal, so I'm not too worried about moisture. Plus they're like up in a spot that I really don't think is gonna get very wet. Now that the headlights are done, I'm gonna move on to detailing the interior. I'm gonna start by using an extractor to get stuff out of the carpets. Overall, it's not too bad, but there's definitely a few spots that could use a little bit of love. In the interest of getting this done kind of quickly, I'm going to put down the phone, start filming, and bust out extracting the entire interior of this car. Good old Pop showed up with everything that I need to cut the exhaust on this car, so I think it's time for that next. My dad always taught me measure once, cut twice, so that's the philosophy I tend to go with. I measured everything out, and I'm going to cut a little bit long just in case it doesn't fit. I can still adjust things and cut more if I need to. Because it branches off, the muffler or the two mufflers aren't connected in any form. I adjust if I need to and then replicate on the other side. I don't have any hearing protection, so I took a piece of a coffee filter and wadded it up, and I'm sticking it in my ears. I feel like a child. I was always told not to stick things in my ears and my nose, but that never stopped me. Haha, take this, Mom. Unsurprisingly, the coffee filters didn't do anything, so I'm gonna forget that from now on. I'm gonna take this muffler off. Hopefully I can fit the new exhaust. If it isn't fitting, then I might need to cut a little more. We'll figure things out as we go. Okay, got one side of the exhaust dry fit, and honestly it's looking pretty good. I'm going to tighten up a couple of the clamps. I'll leave them loose-ish so that I can adjust them and make it match the other side. Part of me wants to start it up now and hear how it sounds, but I'm gonna wait till I get both sides, and then we can get the full reveal. So it didn't take too long. Clearly I got a lot of dirt on my face, I just realized. But it didn't take too long, and we got the exhaust in. It honestly wasn't that bad to fit once everything was cut, and it looks pretty decent. I think that sounds pretty decent. Obviously, it's no LS, but I think that sounds better than a VQ. What do you think? I'm going to do a little bit of spot detailing on the exterior, then I'm going to clay bar it, and then we can move on to polishing the paint. It's going to look so good. So thanks to Rochelle's help, we got the entire car clay barred, and it's looking pretty good. I'm going to hit it with an orbital buffer starting on the roof so that I don't lean up against anything else that has already been done. This bit's just time consuming. There's no real rush in it. I did half the roof, and look how good this looks. There's a few spots in the clear coat that aren't perfect, and honestly, I don't know if I'll be able to get these out. I'm not entirely sure what caused all these little spots, but they go pretty deep in the clear coat, so I'd have to spend a lot of time, and I don't want to risk burning through it. One of the worst spots is right over here, because I think that this stripe here is through the clear coat, but I can definitely get rid of the haziness. So that's what I'm going to tackle next, right here. That looks so much better. I'm not going to be able to get rid of the streak here because that goes all the way through the clear coat. Like I said, I don't really know what happens, but something went all the way through it. I got rid of the haziness and the light surface scratches all around it, and it's much less noticeable, especially if you step back a little ways. Just finished the hood, and it's looking so good. I never really realized how big these cars are until I'm like working on one. I can barely reach the middle of the hood. It's kind of unbelievable how big this hood is. And it's not even like that big of a car really. So I don't think it's a surprise to anybody to realize I'm not gonna finish this thing today. Just so much surface area to this car, it's going kind of slow. I still need to do half of the interior as far as extraction. I gotta clean the plastic and the glass as well. Buff about half the car and then polish the entire thing. And then ceramic coat. So I got quite a bit left. But I talked to Brady and he's okay if I keep his car until tomorrow morning. He still has my car, so he has a car to drive, he's fine. It's 1 a.m, time for a cold start. Sorry, Mom. How does one turn this light on? There we go. So it is 1 a.m. and realistically I should be sleeping. I gotta get this car back to him at about 8 a.m. I have work, so I kind of have to get it done tonight. I was planning on sleeping until like 4:35 a.m., something like that, and then spending about 3 hours finishing it up. But honestly, I'm not sure if 3 hours is enough time to finish all of it. Just like that, we're done buffing. I say just like that as if I didn't spend 6 hours on this. It's currently 4:30 a.m. So we're making solid progress. If I pick the speed up a little bit, I might even get a nap. I hope this shot looks good. Entire car's been wiped down, all glass has been cleaned, and it's looking really good. I'm gonna do a ceramic coat here. I haven't used this brand before, personally, but I've heard some good things about it, so hopefully Adam doesn't let me down. I'll link to it in the description if it turns out good. If it doesn't, I'll still link to it, and hope you'll get it. This is gonna be the exciting part, because after this, louvers and interior, we're done. I do have to say, I've never really experienced a product quite like this. I can't speak for its longevity or its overall quality, but it smells very interesting. It simultaneously smells like I want to eat it, but also like I should be doing this in a well-ventilated area. So honestly, I have no idea. I'm probably gonna eat it anyway, but hood is applied. Just gotta buff it off and do the rest of the car. Ceramic coat's been fully applied and I'm really happy with it. I'm not saying it's flawless, because it's not. There are a few spots that have some issues, but overall, I would say that it's not too bad. Now that the ceramic coat's been completely applied, I want to see how good it actually is. I see all those commercials where they pour water in it and it completely beads up. This is my drinking water. This is a hot commodity, or a cold one, I guess. Oh, look at that. That's actually pretty cool. I was fully intending on leaving this to be the very last thing I do, but I'm impatient, so I'm gonna do it now. We got our window louvers! Look at this! That was good. I think out of all the mods, this is probably the most difficult. Not only did I have to peel the backing off the tape, but I have to set it in place. So really, really rocket science stuff up here. That was easy. Now that the louvers are on, the only thing that I have left to do is the interior of the car. I'm gonna bust all of that out really quickly and I'll be back in just a minute. Interior's done. I think it's looking really good. Maybe that's just me. I have been looking at this car for a long time, so I might be a little bit delusional, but I think he's gonna be pretty happy with it. Let me show you around. It was completely filled with dog hair when I first got it, and now here's what we're working with. Overall, it's significantly better than it was. So now that the car's done, I am gonna head home and take a shower and a nap. I have to do a little bit of a switcheroo to get this car out and my RX-8 in. I'm gonna swap them around and then I'm taking a nap because I need it. Okay, I got a nice little snooze. Definitely not long enough. It was only like an hour. But it's time to drop off his car. Cold start. We made it back here with Brady's Camaro, and there's my little Miata. I can't wait to drive that thing again. Let's go see Brady.
Hey! She ready?
She is. Did you miss your Camaro?
Only a little bit.
A little bit.
Miata was pretty nice.
It is pretty nice. Here are the keys to your fresh car.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yes. Oh my God, she's beautiful. Oh, look at that. Look at that reflection. She looks so good.
She does look pretty good. You haven't even heard her yet.
No, I haven't. Oh my God. And it's the dog hair. It's gone.
The dog hair is gone. I'll be honest. Huge pain. It wove itself into the fabric. I'm not sure how that happened, but it was.
Oh. No.
There's still some stragglers. I did my best.
I imagined so. Oh my God. Oh, she's gorgeous. Oh, hell yeah. Oh my God, did you take my change out?
No, I didn't. I left it.
I did.
I thought about keeping it. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Daz. Oh, sheesh. Oh, I'm so happy, Daz. I'm so happy. Impressive with how much dog hair you did get out.
It was quite a bit.
Oh. Yeah.
Is that about how loud you were hoping for?
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
Let her break a little bit.
And the window louvers aren't even that bad.
No.
I was expecting them to be like slivers, but
yeah,
they're being able to see through. This is real nice.
This is real nice.
This is real nice.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
Absolutely.
Dude, I appreciate you so much.
I'm glad you liked the Camaro. I didn't
No,
like
no,
the
no,
Camaro
no.
stuff.
No. I was just making
that.
sure. I'm like, what did I leave in here?
Yeah. Nothing too embarrassing.
Nothing to
No, you're good. It's a pretty fun car. I'm a little sad giving it back. He seemed to like his car. He's pretty happy with some of the stuff that had been done. I've talked to him quite a few times about stuff he might want to do to the car overall, so I had a pretty decent idea of what kind of things he wanted. But we didn't discuss anything that I did. I just asked him if he was home. He said he was out walking the dog and his mom was home. So I figured that was a perfect opportunity to steal his car. Overall, I think it was a pretty good success. It was a lot of fun. I'm very tired and I have work in about an hour and a half. So this is going to be a little bit rough. I hope you like your Camaro, Brady. I will see you at work in like 6 hours. If you guys want to see more stuff like this, anything about my Miata, I'm building a 400 horsepower Civic and I have an RX-8. It's a rotary, so naturally it has lots of problems. Follow along because I got endless projects and I'm going to keep working on them. So stick around. I got tons of stuff. I want to see you guys in the next video. Peace. Bye, Brady.